everyone, it's Morphin Mania time. I'm Captain Logan.
I'm still holding my orb. I'm Jason.
And there's DJ.
Hey, stronger than before.
Yeah, go us. What is with this invisible orb thing?
I don't know what he's doing.
What is that about? Is it just dramatic? I like doing that.
Like, I'm holding my orb. I can see everything.
Like
you just observe the viewing orb?
And then it all breaks, and there are shatters of like everyone in the world.
This is getting elaborate.
Yeah, whatever. Let's just get on to what the show is.
Tonight we're gonna tackle Tonight we're going to tackle the next two episodes, Power Rangers Zeo. It's episode 24, Bulk Fiction, followed immediately by Song Sung Yellow. And if you are watching live... nice deductive reasoning. If you are watching live, thanks a bunch for tuning in while we are broadcasting. Bear with us. I've been having some weird, and the reason we're starting late, I've been having some weird technical things on my end, and hopefully we don't get too choppy and weird and have problems tonight, but we're going to do our level best to get through our commentaries for this evening. If you are, once again, if you're watching live, click on the link in the description for the Wrap Room. That will allow you to watch exactly what we're watching as we're watching it. And if you are watching after the fact, you'll want to get out your DVDs or Netflix, however you want to watch it, get it to episode 24 and timestamp 0, and we'll see just how much Bulk is in Bulk Fiction. It's interesting that Bulk has already had 2 episode titles with his name in them, one of them which didn't even feature the actor, and I don't think Skull ever does. I don't think Skull gets episode titles.
Yeah, I don't immediately remember any.
I mean, he gets episodes, but he doesn't get episode titles.
But I'm sure if it was Skull and Bulk, you see, then there would be skulls in the episode titles. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and get right into it. DJ, are you ready?
I am ready, but the rabbit room is not showing for me. It says the room isn't open right now.
Well, that's just excellent. All right, everybody, once again, bear with us a little bit here, and we'll see if we can get this thing to start working. We're off to a wonderful start. Well, I'm glad I'm glad I said something to you.
Twitch
because the last time we did this, you were like obnoxiously polite.
Yeah, I didn't want to jump in. You didn't really give me a place, so I was like...
I didn't give you any place to jump in, and I was just like, all right, everybody, press play right now. And then we're like a minute into the show, and I'm like, DJ, you haven't said anything. You can't see the show, can you? He's like, no, Cap, I can't. I can't see anything. Oh, my God, stop everything. Stop the presses. Okay, can you see it now?
Stop the press. Who's that?
See, I'm refreshing. It's giving me the Captain Logan's room isn't open right now.
That's strange because it was doing the rabbit running thing, but now I've got it up. It is there now. But there's nobody in there, so that's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try resetting it again. Wait.
It's here. It's here.
I see it now.
Yeah.
All right, cool. There's also some folks in the comments, but nobody else in the rabbit room. And once again, we always encourage you guys to watch the show with us. That is the best way to enjoy this. But some folks are just like, I'm driving. I'll just listen to these yahoos talk about, like, just ramble on about a thing I'm not even looking at. You guys are great. Thanks for hanging out with us. We sure appreciate it. Let's get rolling, shall we? Everybody, please press play right. Everybody, please press play right now.
Glad you're here, Jason, to make fun of us.
I was wondering where you're going. Glad Jason's here so we can make fun of a 9-year-old. It's not very nice, DJ.
Thomas Edgehill says it's morphine time, and funnily enough, when I'm trying to look up the episodes on YouTube, it actually self-changes it to Morphin Mania.
To morphine?
Yeah, Morphin Mania. That's what it does.
That's how it autocorrects?
Yep. I don't know if that's a thing. Not what I'm looking for.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, I guess if we did like a Breaking Bad mania, it could be like methamphetamine mania, but meth mania. But doesn't sound very kid friendly. I don't know that we should do that.
Methamphetamania.
Oh, that got me in a place. Look at that. I want to comment on the color of this radio-controlled truck. It's just really unusual. This like deep purple.
It's kind of like my shirt, which is showing up more red on the screen.
Is that a kid?
No, that's a very short woman. See, it's Cadet Connie, whatever her last name is.
Crandall.
Yeah.
Bulk is infatuated.
Yes, but it's going to be a bulk fiction.
Why is her hat bigger than Chief Stone's hat? It's enormous.
That is a huge hat.
It's like
yeah. They just didn't. Well, look at her whole outfit. They had nothing in her size.
The belt is like hanging down.
You know what's? Yeah, you know what's going on there? They were so cheap. They took the outfit from like one of the other cadets when Bulk and Skull became police officers and just put it on her, and it's like 2 sizes too large. I swear to God, this very petite lady is wearing like size XL men's clothes right now.
Yeah, if you're not watching with us, you're missing out.
We're trying to incentivize everyone to get into the rabbit room that's watching live. DJ, were you a remote control car kid? I really was not.
I wasn't a car kid in general. I still don't care. I don't care about cars. My brother was. He was a car kid. I was an action figure kid.
Yeah, same here. It seems like a lot of kids are one or the other, and it seems like a lot of like siblings are one or the other. Like if you have like 2 boys, one is going to be an action figure kid and one's going to be a car kid, because Jason and Freddie are kind of like that. Jason was more of an action figure kid, and Freddie's been more into cars.
Yeah, my youngest brother had the mats, the mats that look like roads and like all the cars and
and track and stuff.
Brother, he was a video game kid, like exclusively.
Well, and then you've got, because I've always wondered about, I always had a theory about this. When you say your younger brother, that really makes me wonder if this happens a lot with older and with like oldest siblings, and then in the next one in line, where like if you were born first, you're an action figure kid, and the next kid's a car kid. Like, does anybody start as a car kid?
I'm sure, like if your dad's really into cars.
Like, only children or oldest children that are car kids.
And then the third kid is a ball kid.
See, look, Sprocket really wants a toy right now. Is he more of an action figure robot kid? Or a car robot kid?
I guess we'll see if he gets his
car robot kid.
Did you know that it, in most places, is illegal to pay other people's parking meters?
Really? Just to do like a good deed and pay someone's...
Uh-huh. Yeah, you can get in trouble for that in a lot of places.
I've never used a parking meter.
Well, that's not. How many tickets do you have? How many unpaid tickets do you have?
No, I've never parked in front of one. Like I don't like going into the city. It's too crazy.
Well, I used to live in a town where I went downtown a lot, and I always had to park in front of parking meters.
Gotcha. I only go downtown for work, and we have a parking lot.
So I like that bit earlier where Skull kind of felt bad because he was like, "That chick is really weird." Then Bulk's like, "Hey, I like that chick. I have a crush, Skull."
Yeah, they're starting a rift between them that will culminate in him leaving him on Earth when he goes into space in season 7.
A rift that will reverberate throughout the series. Did you see that schematic for the ATST walker they were building? What the heck was that thing?
No idea. It's been a while since we played basketball.
Yeah, but we'll make up for it in spades.
With a character named Tanya, if this was made today, there would definitely be an episode called I, Tanya.
I don't get that.
Have you seen that movie yet? Came out last year? About Tanya Harding and the whole ice skating debacle.
Oh, is that what that was called? I didn't know what the title was.
Yeah,
I knew there was a Tanya Harding movie, but yeah. Did you see it?
Oh yeah, it's great. It's me and Connor talked about it all a lot. It's a great movie.
I would be very interested to see that. Yeah, I mean, I lived through that. I would be very curious to see what they did with it.
Yeah, it's really good. I recommend it. And did you know that you probably do since you lived through it? They don't use this in the movie, but she used the Batman theme as her song when she was skating.
Yes.
I wish they would use it in the movie.
I bet that's on YouTube. I should go look at that again. I haven't seen a clip of that since I was a kid.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it when it was on, but of course, it was everywhere. Yes, Thomas, the rabbit room is stuttering a little bit. That's what I was talking about. Is we're having some technical issues. We are batching tonight between shows. I'm gonna try to rework some things and try to fix this, but we're gonna muddle through for right now.
So should we try to psychoanalyze Bulk and what has happened to this poor kid that he thinks this is how he's gonna get a girl? He's acting like a British butler.
Yeah, I guess he thinks that's tantamount to sophistication. Like that's what the chick's like. Is a spot OT. And I mean, at least he's not spewing poetry right now. That's good.
He's not doing a Tobey Maguire in the laundromat.
Oh, this is that Google guy.
Yeah, remember this monster, Jason? He's crazy.
Oh, he blew up a payphone. The nerve.
Yeah, it's a vandalism monster.
Wait, is that a grown man playing with the car?
The Power Rangers Brainy Buddy.
Well, yeah, it's
Billy. Billy.
Yeah, but he said the Power Rangers Brainy Buddy.
Yeah, he's testing something right now, DJ. He's not just something happened to him on Aquitar, and now he just can't stop playing with mechanical cars.
Yeah,
I don't know with remote control cars. I don't know why that is. But.
Billy just wants to have fun.
That's less lame than a pachinko machine, that's for sure.
Oh man, that's kind of.
Oh no, look, he's trying to pull him into an invisiportal.
That was a nice effect.
Yeah, it looked good. It's been a while since Billy got to do any fighting. Yeah. Oh, and it looks like it's going to be a lot longer.
Yeah, he's just struggling.
Oh man. Without the ability to morph, I've also lost all my other normal abilities.
Yeah, what the world? He was
kicking.
better in the pilot before he had any powers.
This is one of the monsters from the show that most sticks with me.
Interesting.
And it also feels like one of those rare instances where the voice goes pretty well with the design.
Whoa, he's home alone in him.
He is. Hey, Cogs, here's an idea. Why don't you just grab the remote? What's wrong with you?
Well, they're being sucked into the car or something.
Oh, is that what's going on? I thought they were just being stupid enough to chase it. Oh, no, they're being sucked into it.
Man, that car's better than half the Ranger team.
I was going to say that. Look, it's our new 6th Ranger. A remote control car. That also has vague but effective powers. I don't know exactly what it just did, but it was pretty useful. Well, I guess it's more fun to have to bring a toy to a dance for like a toy drive than like canned food. Like, I get that, like, pantries and things need that, but I always felt kind of lame, like going to a place where the entry fee was like a can of food.
Yeah, you do toy drives sometimes. We did a book drive here around Christmas time or my wife did. I'd rather give them something like a book or something, even though food's more important.
Well, I always felt lame about that, like whether we're talking about kids or not, like you're spending all of 50 cents, or maybe even less, depending on what you bring, where it's just like, yeah, here's some carrots, kids. Now I'm going to go, drink like a lot more than what I just paid in the free Coke that's here, like, or punch or whatever. Like, I don't know. I'd rather write a check or something. Like, it bugs me.
You spoke too soon about the poetry.
Oh, I forgot about this. This is still better than that Spider-Man thing. And I love how in that, Peter Parker's like, okay, she's really angry with me right now, but maybe if I just keep reading the poem.
It's so ridiculous. I know. He just keeps going like it's going to magically...
Yeah, is there anything more insulting than that?
Yeah, like you think I'm that dumb that I'm just going to forgive you because you're finishing the poem.
Yeah, I'm a human being. Like, magic words don't work on me. This also stuck with me.
Yeah, this is cool. We don't go to the police station very often. or ever. This might be the first time.
This is cool. We don't do poultry all that much. We usually do fans, and you know what this makes me want to do? It makes me want to do a scene where we take a chicken and we do this exact same thing with the giant fan in Rita's palace.
So this is reassuring that Lieutenant Stone's boss thinks he's as incompetent as we do. That we're not crazy.
Okay, but he should fire him.
I think he just did.
He should have fired him much earlier.
True.
Okay, so you know how in the Sentai footage, Sprocket's lights on his head will light up? That for whatever reason, the costume we have does that.
Oh, it does or it doesn't?
I'm not sure it does. I don't know that we've seen it light up in the footage we've shot. I wonder if maybe we could not figure out how to get it to work, or in transit it got broken. I'm not sure.
We didn't have the right batteries to make it work. We didn't have Japan batteries.
What kind of battery they only have in Japan?
Yeah.
Is Japan in Asia?
Wait a minute, double nines? What's a double nine?
I just had to get a bunch of nines for my smoke detectors. House top.
Yeah, they use volt. Double 9-volt. I'm sorry, TJ, I lost you for a second. What was
They're
that?
still playing basketball.
Yeah, we have this problem a lot with this show where, like, I'm not sure how long the passage of, like, how exactly the passage of time works. It seems like Billy invented a remote control car that sucks cogs into it in the time that they've been playing basketball.
Well, Bulk has dressed up as two different characters and tried two different times to get this girl in the time they've been playing basketball.
I'm gonna cry foul on what Kat just said. She said, this is Prince Sprocket's latest toy. She only said that because that's the terminology he's been using. From the Power Rangers perspective, it's just another monster.
Yes.
Why would you say it like that? That's dumb.
Because she read the script.
Right. Oh well, at least she didn't sound dumb when she was saying the line. Like, her delivery wasn't dumb.
I think this is the same street we've been using since season 3.
The same what now?
I think this is the same street we've been filming on since season 3.
Yeah, there is some guy who just never leaves his house because there's just always ranger fights in front of his house.
Ooh, the cannon.
We never bring that out either.
Wait, is this the first? Is this the first episode with the Zeo cannon?
Nope. But I'm not sure if we've ever spent the time to put the cells in it like this.
Yeah, but I don't think we've spent this much time.
Yeah, because he said, let's see how this thing works.
For whatever reason, I feel like it's a weird time to do it too, because like we're on this residential street, but we spend like half the scene on black, and it just feels really weird. But you see what I mean, DJ? Like the voice sounds like it goes with this monster.
Yeah, because it looks like a big Furby like kid's toy.
Yeah, and it's kind of robotic, but it's got like a high pitched, like, you know, weird cartoony happy voice. Like, look at me.
Zeo's
I'm a monster. I'm gonna kill you. DJ, this must have been one of those episodes that was just always on TV. Because I'm remembering this one really well.
Wow. Interesting.
But would it have been sillier with the mask off?
Google-eyed, aren't they called googly eyes?
Yes, they're googly eye. Google eyes.
This was before Google, I'm assuming. So now that would never fly these days.
Look, he's covered in cotton candy.
Cotton candy blob? Sorry, that's a Scooby-Doo monster.
But like, yeah, I said it was an appropriate voice. I didn't say it was really super irritating.
Mega battle. Wait, when did they ever call it the Mega Battle Zord?
Yeah, it's usually the red Battlezord. I don't know.
Is that like the Cosmic Cannon? Like we change it one time?
One time. I don't know.
Cinegraphic says cotton.
I don't know why we didn't just use the Japanese name. It's called the Red Puncher, which is what it does.
That's true, but in this show, usually everything is something Zord, unless it has like its own name that putting Zord with it wouldn't make sense. So like, Tor is like, the title of the thing. So we could have given it some kind of name, I guess.
Yeah.
But if it's gonna be descriptive, it's got to be the something Zord.
Like it's like Digimon as opposed to Pokemon, where everything ends in Mon.
Yes, exactly. But it's weird because in this particular case, it's the American version that's doing that.
Yeah.
And Pokemon, everything begins with Pokey.
No, it doesn't.
What? No, it doesn't.
Pikachu is not Pokechew.
Yeah.
Pokezard.
Yeah, you don't have like Mr. Pokemime. But now that we've started this, I kind of want to keep doing it. It's amusing to me.
Look at Billy.
Yeah, we haven't done this in a while.
Whoa, Adam's committed.
Yeah, although I don't know.
Oh, Ernie looks great.
I don't know what the bottom of those pants are about, because they look vaguely Native American. I don't know what that's about.
I think it was a 70s thing. We're supposed to be.
And because Tommy has to constantly be doing karate, he doesn't know how to do dance moves without hi-ying. So he comes in and he's like, "Hah!"
Yeah.
Oh, this is where they become private investigators. And look, it's foreshadowing because he's dressed as Sherlock Holmes. See,
Look at that. Yeah. Well, it's kind of come right out and saying that. I don't know how foreshadowing
it's weird that that's why I said that, because this is the closest you get to foreshadowing in this show.
We had about 5
except
seconds.
for when it's accidental foreshadowing. This is a convoluted dance party. Can I just say that?
Yeah, is it just a costume party? They wear anything?
But it's also a toy drive, so you bring a toy while wearing a goofy costume.
Wow, Bulk's being
like really sympathetic.
But they're letting him actually act a little.
Yeah, and what's really sad is every time they do that with Bulk and Skull, it feels out of character.
I know, it feels so weird when they actually...
it was... Maybe it's working like that okay here too, because with Skull, with the whole piano thing, it was like, oh, you've been putting on an act this whole time, and this is what you're really like.
Yeah. But
and maybe this is a little bit like
Bulk,
that too.
I don't know if Bulk's putting on an actor, if he's just insecure. And he's...
Well, you could say the same thing about Skull too, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, Skull was putting on specifically because he was afraid what Bulk was going to say. I don't think Bulk has that with Skull necessarily, but he's...
But you could say he's putting on the act of just being a clown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
oh, definitely.
When his first instinct is, put on like a goofy mustache or whatever.
Yeah.
Adam was doing the Batman 66 theme, the thing.
Oh,
he was doing the
Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam, you got it right. I mean, I don't know which problem is there. That's how you do it.
He was not impressed with his... Man, that chicken...
I have another take on this. I didn't feel confident enough in my morphing.
That was a nice way to end that episode where Bulk just takes the mustache off and they just dance. He doesn't say anything. That was nice.
I like that a lot, yeah. For this show, it's, dare I say, subtle.
I really
that was
like
nice.
that Skull episode better.
But now too much of the decent character work has been for the comic relief characters.
I know, it's crazy. Hope maybe Tanya will get something in this one. Or maybe they'll just let her sing because she's a singer.
Yeah, but what's amusing about that is she's the only other character that's really had anything like that because of that guy she dumped earlier in the season.
Yeah, I mean, we've given Tommy stuff to do, but none of it's really landed.
No, he got a 4-episode arc with his brother in the Arrowhead, and it wasn't character development. It didn't let us, peer any further into a psyche or anything. Like, it wasn't like a well-learned lesson for the kids. Like, it was really plot driven.
Oh, wait. Kat did,
but pretended like it was spiritual and meant something.
Kat did get a good episode with the whole Tommy and the dinner thing.
You're right. That was good.
Yeah.
And I mean, it did more for her than it did for Tommy. But
yeah.
All right, folks, it's time for episode 25, Song Yellow. We'll see if we get any good character stuff for Tanya here. Here we go. Everybody, please press play right now.
Have we already done the singing one?
The singing one.
Can't wait for that one.
Me too. It's like one of my favorite Zeo episodes because it's so dumb.
It's pretty goofy. While we're doing this intro, can I take a side note to talk about your drink?
Yes.
What in the world? Why did they switch to Pibb Extra? I'll never understand that. There are kids these days that don't even know what Mr. Pibb is.
Dude, I complain about that all the time.
Exactly. Every time I see it, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. It's not like it's Coke, where it's like a universally known.
No, and you'll go, and it's been like this for over a decade. And you'll go to a restaurant, because I mean, I had to explain this to Jason, where like, you will still have people, in their 20s or older that will say like, "Is Mr. Pibb okay?" It hasn't been Mr. Pibb since I was in high school.
Exactly, it's been a decade. It's crazy.
At this point, there's nothing extra about it. It's the one there is.
Why didn't they?
Like
if they changed the formula,
I could how goofy this music video is, but what in the world? It's just there's nothing extra about it. It's the one there is.
They should have, like, when they changed the formula or whatever, changed it to Pibb Extra for like as a promotional thing for a few months, and then went back to Mr. Pibb. I don't know why they never went back. It's so weird.
So the first comment I'd like to make about this very silly music video with this very cheesy stock music that we're getting from Tanya here is they couldn't have used an aspect ratio that didn't stretch the whole thing. Really? And then they cut to this TV and it's really shot in 4:3, and now it makes it now it looks right. It's really funny.
Oh, Adam directed it. Interesting. Didn't know that about him.
Way to go. Yay. So Adam apparently had parents who had like music videos on MTV that were taped before we made real music videos, and that's all he's ever seen. Those are the only music videos that he's ever seen. Because those are like the really early, like mid-'80s music videos that are just some singing on stage and then some singing out by some water and black and white for no reason.
Wow, that was weird.
DJ, the plot thickens. There's cogs in the music video.
Yeah, look at Tommy and his detective work.
Yeah, he should go join Lieutenant Stone's detective agency and then take it over and fire everyone else that's in the detective agency.
Man, I love Ernie. No offense to the man, but the overalls are not very flattering.
Not with the Hawaiian shirt, at the very least.
Yeah.
Put something else underneath it.
Yeah.
You're wearing overalls. You need to go with one solid color or plaid. Okay, that's what works. That's all that works.
He looks like Bob from Tekken.
There's a heavyset guy in Tekken 7 that wears flannel shirts or wears Hawaiian shirts.
Oh, is Tekken on PS4? I might have to get. Which one are we on? I haven't played since like Tekken 4.
Tekken 7. I actually just bought it tonight. That's why he was talking about it.
Oh, cool.
We were playing it a little bit.
Tekken 4 was my jam. Eddie Gordo. All I have to say.
What the?
always been Soul Calibur, really. And I was more of a tag tournament guy.
Okay. I was always an Eddie Gordo guy, and then when they made the X-Men Next Dimension game, Beast was basically Eddie Gordo. He did all the capoeira moves, so I was always Beast.
Interesting. Is it based on that engine?
It feels like it a lot. I really like that game. It's got some really cool backgrounds. Like you can play on the basketball court of the X Mansion, and then like it opens up, and then you can kick them inside the X-Jet hangar and like play in there. It's really cool.
Yeah, I'm eating my words constantly now when I said that the cogs don't wear silly costumes. They keep coming out in silly costumes. I like the one that had a lampshade on his head.
Oh, pies. Oh, we missed it. Yesterday was Pie Day. That would have been perfect.
Oh man, I wish we were recording this on Pog Day. Cog Day.
I'm sure there is a Pog Day.
Oh, Eric sent me a message from work today, and he found somebody brought in Power Rangers Pog Slammers, and he asked me if I wanted the Pog Slammers.
Oh wow!
I still have my old Pog collection. I have not gotten rid of those because who would care? Because who would want them? And he asked me if I wanted them. I gotta read you this. He asked me if I wanted the Pog Slammers. They're Power Rangers, and he says, "I don't think they're tournament legal if that affects your choice."
Wow, we got a cog speaking.
It's amazing. Yeah, and now I see why they don't.
Hey, where did they all go?
Where did they go? What? What?
Is this basically just food fight all over again?
Okay, no, just with pies. But it's amazing that we just had a pie fight and there's no Vulcan skull around.
What?
I would have loved it if they were just happened to be walking by at the end and got smacked in the face.
You know, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I wish Cogs did talk more often. Hi. You think there's maybe a reason we haven't done a lot more families of villains since the show?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Has there been any? Oh, Ninja Storm, Lothor's nieces.
Oh, does it do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Tommy should work for this detective agency so that they have someone being a detective.
Wasn't Diva Talks related to the Conehead guy? Wasn't he?
I think that was her cousin or brother or something.
Cousin, yeah.
Yeah, but well, and obviously you have Rito and Rita, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think we've ever had like a nuclear family of bad guys again, where like the parents and the kid.
Well, like I said, there's
a lot of related.
I guess I'm just gonna keep talking about this because Lost Galaxy Trakina is Scorpio's daughter.
Yeah, I'm not talking about like no familial relations. I'm just saying like a family of villains.
Yeah, I gotcha. Wow, we started immediately in the next episode.
I wonder why we felt the need to flip it here. Like, did they just get really sick of wearing the comp uniforms, or did they feel like they were out of ideas, DJ? Because I wouldn't say they really had any to begin with. But it was just really weird that like they basically did like a season and a half of the comp thing. I don't know why they didn't go to this from the beginning.
Yeah. This would have been a natural jump from the trying to figure out the secret identities in season 2.
Unless the idea is like, look at us, we actually do developments that change up status quo beyond just new Megazords.
Yeah. I guess it does make sense that they would have the police skills that they would use here. Whatever police skills they learned.
No, that's true, but did they get that many more during Zeo than they had in season 3? Like, there were cops all last season too.
I don't know.
Well, okay. They were cops until they turned into children again. There's that.
This is fun. Just see them do something different. Oh, back to this.
I feel like, yeah, we'll try to talk over this as much as possible. So I feel like Stone being a completely incompetent private detective makes a lot more sense than his being a completely incompetent police officer that had a boss that didn't fire him all that time and that only used those two, even though there was like a whole group of cadets that we never saw again. Like, wouldn't it have made more sense if there was like another guy, right, who was more competent?
Mm-hmm.
And then Bulk and Skull became private detectives and they just went and worked for this Yahoo? Like, that would make a lot more sense.
So I just looked in the chat real quick, and you know how YouTube will like hide comments if they think there's something inappropriate in it?
Yeah.
Cinematographic said Chewbacca needs to nuke those pogs. I don't know what they thought was inappropriate in that, but it's just funny.
I don't either.
It was a Porgs joke. Maybe it's just related to Last Jedi, so they're like, oh, controversy. So
this guy, so there's this record producer that comes in and offers her a record deal because of course he does. And have you ever seen Wayne's World?
I have not.
There's a bit at the end of Wayne's World where there's the love interest in that is a singer and she's playing on Wayne's show. And there's a record producer in a limousine that like turns the limousine around and drives to the house where they're shooting just to tell her that her sound is great, but it's not now and they can't use her. And then he just leaves. I wish that's what happened here. I wish this guy like just walked up and was like, yeah, I came here to watch your show. Yeah, I'm not going to sign you. And then he just leaves. Hollywood.
Man, our friends are being
isn't that a
downers.
Potentially in your life where you're from decades ago and then you come forward in time and you get aged forward several years and you miss part of your childhood and then you get signed for a record deal.
No, see, it's perfectly, it's all part of the plan because it's illustrating how kids who get signed so early lose their childhood. It's really deep when you think about it.
I have learned to not think too deeply about this material. It was fun for a while.
What is he in? A trash can?
He's in a trash can.
Yeah.
I think Skull had it way better when he was in that hot dog bin, even with his legs curled up on top of him.
By his ears?
Yeah. Except it was clearly someone else's legs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go be a superstar. I don't have to be a Power Ranger and wear these dumb yellow clothes anymore.
So we do this kind of again and better in Dino Thunder.
Yeah, that's true. And that's actually got a little bit of social commentary in it.
And it's actually throughout the whole season, not just one rando episode.
Yes.
Although that is the episode that when we get there, I'll show you. There's this really weird kid that shows up with a different voice that's not coming out of his face, and it's really weird.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a battle mode. Why don't any of your other monsters have that? Also, no, you
Irony.
are right now.
Irony.
Thing. You are wasting my time at this very moment. I've seen enough of you singing to be perfectly honest with you. She doesn't even have a bad voice. We just have to have the worst possible music.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Nothing against the actress. It's just the writing.
No, not at all. I'm complaining about the music choice and this character right now. But yeah, I have this question with battle mode in general. Hear me out on this. If you make a Zord or a monster or robot or anything that's
made to
like
battle,
sole purpose is fighting, why does it have a battle mode versus its normal mode, which would be for doing battle?
Well, I like the way Ninja Storm does it. Their Megazord has a lightning form, and it's a lot faster, and it slims down and gets real thin, and it's a lot lighter, but it only lasts for like a minute, and then it goes back to it reverts back.
That's cool and all, but they still would both be for doing battle.
Yeah. One is more powerful and one's faster and more agile.
It makes me want a Megazord or a monster to have a bunch of other modes too, like my taxes mode. Like it does my taxes, but then when a battle happens, it's like, oh, switch to battle mode, or like it's making me eggs. It's like breakfast mode, so then when you say battle mode, it makes sense that they were in battle mode because it was doing something else before.
Yeah.
Walk my dogs mode. Okay, he's out walking my dogs around the block, and then the monster shows up. Oh, switch to battle mode. And then the dogs are like, arr, arr, and then they run off.
The leader always gets the big guy.
Yep. Except for when it's Tommy and he's still not the leader.
Oh yeah.
Okay, now I want these cogs to have like fight banter.
With Green Ranger and Mighty Morphin
Hey,
in it?
stop hitting me. Stop it.
If they started making all the cog puns that we've been making.
Oh, that would be amazing. Yeah. Quit kicking me. This is an absolute catastrophe. Dog cog it.
You put it on the wrong part of that word.
No, I didn't. It's committed. You know what? You got it. You understood my joke.
I got it. I got you. There's the ball. The Hadouken that she throws.
It's her pink power power ball. I was going to say power glove on accident.
It's so bad. So that's the Powerball where like she throws it and then you gotta wait for different numbers to come up and see if you won the Powerball.
Yeah, but it's pink.
So is King Mondo supposed to be evil incognite?
There you go. That was better.
Now I'm all self-conscious about my cog puns.
No, it was good. It was flipped the word.
I know. I just flipped. See, if I was writing it down, then I didn't have to say it off the cuff. You did. You've honestly screwed up twice in a row, Sprocket. I think you should go in the corner.
I can't wait to talk about...
Oh, he's a man now.
Oh. Failing? Is that the first step?
Okay, but is the first step failing twice? Because that's the first step? Failing 2 times? Because, oh, hey, it's that guy again. No, wait, no, that's not that guy. I thought that was the boyfriend guy from before, but then I was... Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's that producer guy. He was wearing a hat. I got confused. That's really funny.
They're gonna take advantage like you.
Am I right? Am I right though, DJ? That this guy who's playing the producer guy looks like he could be going to high school with them, like
especially in this show, yeah.
In this show, yeah.
Okay, no producer ever said that.
No, never.
Yeah, sure. I'll
So what
just
he would
wait.
say is, you're young right now, and you've got a very small window before you won't be young enough anymore to, look good in your extremely generic music videos.
Look at this Jon Favreau looking guy in the yellow
Yeah.
jacket. Especially
And I think
early
even in the
Jon
show, that guy could not be in high school.
Favreau. No.
You charlatans. That's really funny.
Why are they arguing?
Yeah, what are they arguing about? Which of them is going to get in that car first? I'm very confused.
No.
Oh, and that's classic. He gets his coat stuck.
It looked like it was kind of an accident, though. Like they were just being goofs.
Yeah, this makes her honestly a little bit more sympathetic and likable than Kimberly when she tried to sort of turn down her big opportunity to be a Power Ranger, where she was like, I just left Tommy on standby in case Zordon let me go do the thing I really wanted to do. She was at least like willing to prioritize. She also hadn't been a Power Ranger for 3 years.
It's time. I was like,
Yep. That's what he was doing.
Rocky was like talking to the director.
So yeah, decent enough character work for her, I suppose.
Yeah, that was on par with like other kid shows.
So, folks, thanks a lot for watching. We sure appreciate it. We will be back in a few minutes if you're watching live with Game of Honor. And then I think it's Gold Ranger after that. Yeah, Power of Gold. And what I couldn't remember, DJ, is if Gold Ranger popped in before we got to Power of Gold, and then we named him an episode after him or not. Mm-hmm. But unless he shows up here, I guess that doesn't happen.
Maybe he'll do like a Luke thing and just show up at the very end of the episode.
Yeah, and he'll just like stare for like a really long time, but we won't be able to tell how pensive it is because he's got a helmet on. He's just like, and we're like, why are we just looking at this guy in a helmet? Like,
he'll just have to,
there's a reason that they're always overacting.
That's what he'll be doing. He'll be like shaking his head.
Like, and then it's just creepy, just up or like unintentionally hilarious, just up to the camera. Just, it's like, that's how you do a pensive stare in a helmet. You just bounce back and forth and do it at a Dutch angle. All right. Well, anyway, once again, thanks for watching, folks. If you are watching after the fact, we'll see you again next time. And everybody else, just a few minutes. I am Captain Logan. This is Jason.
It was me.
DJ Thomas Edgel in the comment says, so I misread the next episode as Power Rangers Zoo.
Yeah.
No, we'll get to Wild Force later.
Power Rangers Zoo Force. It's like, how come the command center is behind a large gate? You gotta take a sky tram to get there. Well, anyway, thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you next time. Say bye, DJ.
Bye, DJ.